Hey, Hebrew fans! So, Star Wars has some new material out, The Mandalorian, which is so cool on the Disney Channel. And I watched the series, I really liked it, so I went ahead and I got the Mandalorian action figure. Let's go ahead and open this up and let's check it out. And grab my scissors over here. All right. So there's the back of the box, and it has a big, huge, long story explaining who the Mandalorian is and all the cool details. It's kind of cool. I'm not going to read it all, but let's go ahead and open this up. Now, I actually got this figure a while ago on Big Bad Toy Store on pre-order, just waiting for it to show up. And Big Bad Toy Store is really cool in that they have a way to keep your loot in there until things show up. But the bad part of the Big Bad Toy Store is after you get your loot, it takes a long time sometimes for it to actually show up at your house. So that's the bad part about it. But I got him, and here he is. And he has his cape kind of off to the side. And you know, I've always told you guys with capes, always cut the plastic so that you do not ruin the cape trying to pull it out. Regardless if it's He-Man, Star Wars, it does not matter. These little holes they have in here for the capes to stick out sometimes can ruin the figure. So I always like to cut that apart first, free that cape out, and let's just pop them out of there. Now, I've always been a Boba Fett fan, as some of you guys know. And so the Mandalorian series coming out was pretty cool. And I really enjoyed it. And so I thought it'd be kind of cool to get this figure. So here we have him. And this is before he gets his cool silver armor. This is when he has his first armor of the show when he first begins. And you can see he has like some battle damage on him. And some other cool things like that as well. So you can see those types of effects on him. And see, there's the battle damage and stuff showing on him. Now, I kind of wish when they made this figure, this was the one in his new silver armor. I really hope they release that one because that armor looks really cool. And I thought that's what I was getting because look at the helmet. It looks almost like that. But then when I saw him during the ordering, I realized that I got the one with the brown armor, which is the original one, which is still cool. But you can see his armor's in some pretty sad shape. But I like when he gets the new armor. So spoiler alert, he gets some cool new armor in this series. And that's what I'm looking forward to for them to create that. Alright, so I'm kind of showing you guys the articulation breakdown here so you can kind of see where it's at. He does have a holster, so that's cool. Let's see if his gun fits in there. Let's get that guy out of here. And it fits in his hand, like so. Oh, let's stick it in the holster and see how it fits. And the holster does pop open. The gun seems to slide right in. That's cool. I love it when the accessories actually fit into pockets and things. And his hand can almost reach the gun holster. Let's see if we can't rotate him in such a way that it reaches. Now here's what's interesting, is he has this articulation point up here, and his rubber strap of his belt goes right around there, so it's kind of fun. And his cape goes over the shoulder on one side, and so it's kind of stuck that way, the way it's preformed. I kind of wish you could move it around a little bit different, but it still works good. It's kind of cool. So he does have a lot of articulation. He kind of reminds me of the old G.I. Joes, the 3 1/4 inch, the way his leg movements are. It's actually a really cool figure. Even his shoulder pads are on a separate joint, so they can move independently without causing damage. Very nice. Actually, I guess they're not. They're just hinged in the front of the arm right there, so they go up over the top. So you can kind of see how that movement is. And of course, his head has a lot of movement too. And I imagine you got to pull his head off to get the cape off correctly without damaging it. All right. He comes with one more accessory, and that is this long weapon, which I guess this probably mounts to his back. Yes, it does. So that's kind of a fun thing too. Just should pop right in there. There we go. Wouldn't be the Mandalorian without that. All right. Looking forward to Hasbro making the silver variant. And stay tuned because I'm going to make another video in a few minutes about the Child, which is the Yoda species looking action figure. And I'll show you guys that one in size. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go and show the size of this figure while we're here. All right, Mando. So I thought it's kind of weird. They call him Mando, but what do they call all the other Mandalorians? If you watch the show, it's kind of funny how they have Mando, Mando, Mando. And it's like, you know, and that one time, even the one lady says, Mando, is that you? Because he has different armor on. And it's like, well, maybe you refer to all the Mandalorians as Mando. That may not work too well. Anyway, there we go. There's my review. Very cool. Wish it was the silver armor. Hoping Hasbro makes the new one with the silver armor. But it's still cool having this one. Watch the show. You guys will love it. All right. On to my next review.